What's up, guys? It is Matt, and
What's good? It's Kobe.
guys, welcome back to the Chasing a Dream podcast. Today is season 3, episode 11 or 12. I don't know what order I'm going to put this in. I have another pod ready to go. Don't mind me. I am kind of sick, in a way. I have a sore throat and a stuffy nose, so I'm going to sound weird. But Kobe, hopefully, is going to pull through and help with some of these questions so I'm not killing myself. But today we have a very special guest. His name is King Dead. How you doing today?
How we doing, guys?
So tell the guys, tell the people who are gonna listen to this. Tell them a little bit about yourself, just so they know, who you are, what you do, and yeah.
I am King Dead. I'm basically a rapper from Sanford, Maine. I specialize in boom bap, hip hop. Uh, I do a lot of stuff with Grimo Cypher, recording ciphers and rapping. I've been rapping since 2019, on the track that is.
Mm,
And you can find me at Juggalo festivals and rap venues all around.
perfect. So let's dive into this first question. What made you choose that kind of like specific genre that you're?
Be a church rapper.
Yeah. There you go.
Um, I don't I like it's kind of corny, but growing up I listened to a lot of Eminem,
Mm,
and he does a lot of like actual cadence and like rap and stuff, and I don't know, I like metaphors and actually rapping and piecing together actual lyrical content, not just saying whatever sounds cool on the beat.
mm.
I listen to a lot of strong hip hop and underground like Necro and stuff like that. Basically just seeing those guys be able to shine when not wanting to be like them.
So I'm gonna assume one of your biggest influence in the industry's got to be Eminem.
When I was a child, I don't really listen to him that much anymore. I listen to a lot of King Gordy and Necro and Jedi Mind Tricks and stuff like that.
Perfect. I know it seems to be like a recurring thing with some of these rappers that we've had on that they tend to have like the inspiration from Eminem, and I get why.
Yeah,
I get why.
definitely.
Fuck you.
Well, I mean, a lot of people have can share that. You can share that background, that poor white rapper, pushed around. A lot of people lived that narrative.
Right. So what kind of just like inspired you to start rapping in 2019?
Um, I would say that's when I started recording and I bought my own studio. But I started rapping in the fifth grade with I had a friend that moved away, but we would just kind of sit there on the playground and just kind of kick rhymes. It was kind of like a joke. We would say funny things.
Mm.
And I think I was like, I'm a mean, lean, green fighting machine or something stupid like that. And
Mm.
we were like, dude, this is fun. And we just started rapping. I kind of never stopped.
So you just kind of made it like a nice, basically a career out of yourself.
Yeah, everyone was like, after a while, at one point, the only rappers in town were like me and my buddy, and then like some old heads in Sanford. And I was doing it when wasn't like we'd get made fun of for it. Like it wasn't like even cool back then. It was like corny.
Yeah, that's the one thing I hate about like
The way life is sometimes right now.
not just like the way life is, but like how people can be when it comes to like content creating or like doing something that you love. Like they make fun of you for it all the time, and it's just annoying.
It's instantly like you can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't.
that
Yeah.
or like they go and like they watch your like YouTube video or like they listen to your music or they listen to your podcast or they do whatever, and they make fun of you for it. Like, oh, you're so stupid, or this is corny. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you talking to yourself? Like, kind of gets annoying after a
Oh, you
while.
hear so and so's doing a podcast, dude. Ha ha ha. What does he want to be, Theo Vaughn? No. Like what?
Yeah, like it's actually annoying. Like I hate people these
I
days
know.
now. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I call him
That's
Stan.
kind of funny too, because I mean I do go by King Dead, but I'm actually like a very outgoing, like happy, positive person.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Not in my music though.
Yeah.
I portray like a whole different vibe.
Right. That's just your character, though.
Yeah, absolutely. It's where I can say all the mean things that I don't say to people on a daily.
Right.
Right. Let's see here. So, how do you approach the creative process when you're writing and producing your music?
Oof. I used to do it like in unhealthy ways, like drinking and drugs and alcohol and whatnot.
Mm.
And then it
Dead
got to the point where just like recording wasn't even me being creative. It was just getting lit until I decided I was done. But I've been trying to now like approaching it a lot more just clear-headedly. It took a long time to actually come back to it, like, and being able to sit there in front of my computer, not, drinking and stuff like that and making music. Now I'll just get an energy drink and kind of just listen to some beats. I don't really write music anymore either. I write as I record. It's kind of what like Hobson and Tech Nine and a lot of artists actually do. I'll just drop a couple bars, think of something else, write that down, spit that.
So it's just like, so there's like, do you have like stories behind like any of this music that you've made?
I mean, I do a lot of ciphers with Grimo Cipher, so I'll like fly or not really fly, I usually drive, but meet up wherever they're doing and film on location, and those are pretty cool times. I mean, we've gone to some pretty cool events and met some people. Um, my song Zoltan, that's a pretty popular song. That song was actually like a really rough draft that I sent to a producer buddy, and he put a lot of editing onto it and actually sent it back to me with the chorus that people hear wasn't on it, but like it was mixed by him. He sent it back to me, and it was pretty cool. I mean, working with other people is always fun.
Is there like a dream person that you would like to collab with sometime down the road?
Artist.
Um, Probably Necro. I already have him on Facebook,
Oh.
and
Word.
he's offered me to do a song, but he wants 5K,
Ooh.
and I think
Damn.
that's a little. I would like more for like a
Like an
out
album.
of like respect, like he just does something with me paying homage. I don't know.
Yeah, have you like worked for him for the money that he wants, and you just work under him for a little bit, pay that debt off?
Yeah, I don't. He's he doesn't care. He's literally like the king of the underground.
Oh, I'm sure.
I do possibly have a something coming out with Cam Groves. We've been in cahoots.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy though if you do that. That'd be kind of sick.
The Necro or Cam Groves?
Both.
Yeah, Cam Groves would be cool because two white dudes from Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there like a Was there like a favorite like artist that you collabed with that you loved doing like the music, well, the song with that you made with them?
Hmm. I had a buddy named Tone. We did a couple good songs. He was from I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Dead Boy. It was like a Dead Boy management. It was me, Drugsta, and a bunch of cats from all over the United States. And we were in a collective together. And I would collab with this artist Tone. He was pretty cool. He goes by at Tone Just Died, and he's still out there doing his thing. Pretty, it's pretty cool. He's a good guy.
Yeah. He sounds pretty chill. It'd be kind of cool to get him on the pod too.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't talked to him in a while, but he's still out there doing his thing. I think he's performing right now. I see with Young Lean soon, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool. That's actually pretty fucking cool. Good.
So, I don't know how to word this. 'Cause, what's it called? Have you ever like performed on stage before?
Have I ever what performed on stage?
Yeah.
Yes, a lot. I just had a show over at Adam Street Pub. We did a little Juggalo house party over there. That
Yeah.
was pretty cool. We packed about almost 100 people, I'd say, into that little venue. It was not bad. Um, I have a concert coming up July 5th at Nails Fest. It's gonna be also recording a live cipher. You can watch the cipher while it gets filmed, and there's live wrestling and other artists and music, and it's a lot of fun over there, over at 63 Nottingham Road in Raymond, New Hampshire.
Freaking wrestling, dude. That's freaking sick.
Yeah, Never Quit Wrestling they go by. It's pretty sick. They have narratives and stuff. They'll be like, "Last week you said," and then someone will be like, "Come running from out back," and
That'd be sick.
it's fucking dope, dude.
Well, now that I know you've like performed on stage and stuff like that, have you ever performed in like any other states beside Maine?
I've done New Hampshire.
Okay.
And I've done a lot of I've done ciphers, and you can see them on YouTube with Grimo Cipher. I've in Connecticut, and I was supposed to go to Rhode Island, but I didn't make it. I filmed that in Sanford actually, and I've done a couple shows in Worcester and around that area in
So,
Massachusetts. That is.
now that you've done those, what state would you like to like absolutely love to perform in?
Oof. I want to perform at the Gathering of the Juggalos in Ohio.
Uh, why would you like to perform there?
Just because some of the best artists perform there. It's fun. It's a giant. Who wouldn't want to perform at a Juggalo carnival, man? There's like
That is true.
Bizarre from D12, Tech Nine's there this year. Like just all of like Gmo Ski, just everyone that you could idolize and think of that's cool. It goes, and everyone knows Juggalos go to shows, and they're the best fan base, and you could really actually do something with your music with that fan base.
Yeah. Okay. So now that we talked about all that, yeah, I would honestly like to know what your routine is before getting ready to go up on stage.
That's a good one. So I used to just drink a nip and like smoke a joint and then go up. Nowadays, I'd still be smoking. I live in Maine. We smoke weed, but
That's fair.
I'll probably just. I don't know. I don't really eat much before I go up, and I should probably drink more water. Should probably drink. I just go up and just. I never actually have like a routine. I'm always a nervous wreck. It's not really like nervous wreck. It's just you never know how people are gonna take it until you're into your first song, and then you're like, all right, this is going pretty well.
Right.
You know what I love? When we sit here and we talk to all these different artists, and this is gonna go out to anybody out there that's listening, and even I don't care who else is gonna listen to this, but like, what I love the most about talking to these artists is we get to learn different styles of how they go up on stage and calm their nerves. Some of them don't even have nerves, and they just wing it. They go out there, they have a blast, they have the high energy, and they're doing good. And then there's some, like what he just said, they want to take a nip, they want to have some weed for a bit, or like, they do certain things to help calm their nerves down. I love like each and every artist that we have had on here, like how they kind of help their nerves
Do their
when they
own
get on stage
things.
and how they do their own
Yeah.
thing. Like I love it. Like it's just like amazing to me on how different everybody is. And
I've seen kids like get up and like jump and run around stage and just be like, "What up?" But it also always depends on what kind of setting you're in too. I've done shows with people that aren't that professional and they don't announce the artist. They don't say like, "Yo, are you having a good night?" They just kind of sit back while like you have to be like, "Oh, I'm up next," and go grab the mic and like the real unprofessional shows. It's I get more nervous performing in front of less people than I do more with like bigger crowds because I don't know. I just feel like when there's less people, you're like, oh damn, I'm a shitty rapper.
yeah. So, can you share like any like memorable moments or challenges you have faced during your career in this industry?
Um,
as a rapper?
when I think of memorable moments, I can I really think of going to Worcester. I went to a place called Electric Haze and we did a cipher with a rapper named Copyright. He's pretty well known.
Mhm.
And this dude came in, like I shit you not, he came in with like clothing racks. They pushed in clothing racks and he had like all these
What?
t-shirts and stuff to like I don't even know and comes in, he's like 6 feet tall, he's like 6'3", he's a big dude. But after the cipher, he daps me up like on camera and he dapped me up so hard it hurt my hand, but I had to play it off like my hand wasn't throbbing. Like oh, it was such a bad time. He
What
like
the
slapped my hand so hard it like hurt, but it was like on camera after the verse we're filming. I was just like, ah, I had to keep a big smile on my face.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. Oh my god. I can't imagine that, dude. Someone fucking dabs you up so hard and it's
And
hurting
he's a
so
like
bad and you're like, shit, I have to play. And you're sitting there holding
he's
your
like well
pain while
known
you're
too. It
oh
was
my
like
god.
he was like the headliner of the he was like the main man of the night. I was like, damn.
That's funny. That is really, really funny.
Well,
My
um,
bad, I'm smoking a joint. I did get kicked out of the Battle Axe Warriors, like I said too.
Yeah.
That was pretty memorable.
Talk a little bit about that actually, if you can.
So Battle Axe Warriors, yeah, I can talk about it. They're Battle Axe Warriors is kind of like a brotherhood based on positivity, all artists of all art forms. It's created by Mad Child. He used to rap, and he still does, but he was pretty big at one point, and he created Battle Axe Warriors. They ended up kicking him out, but it was pretty dope. I joined, and we would do like events for the community, and they're out of Vancouver, Canada, and they're like really big out there, and they're like kind of like they don't like to be called a biker gang, but it's basically a biker gang. You get patches and stuff and big flags. It's pretty cool, but they kicked me out. I was going through some like hard times, and then I made a new social media and couldn't contact anyone, and they just kind of told me I was missing too many meetings and let me go. But it was dope because growing up, I really liked Mad Child and I really looked up to like Battle Axe Warriors and stuff. So it was like almost like a dream, like getting into that group.
right.
Mm. Um, so I'm sure you just said you faced a lot of challenges in your personal life. So
Stealing one.
so tell me how hard it was to like try to keep like your personal life and your career separate from each other.
Yeah, that's kind of sometimes it's a tandem. A lot of the times they can go hand to hand too, like if you're like struggling financially or like like sometimes you could get in the studio and just be hungry like, and you have that drive. Other times it's hard because people are hitting you up to do shows or promo and stuff and you're just caught up in your own world like with whatever you're struggling with.
Um, so was there what was like the hardest Jesus Christ. So what was like the hardest thing that you had to face during like the hard times you had?
That was a crispy
Damn.
Am I stuck
I
in
don't know.
between these
I
questions?
think it's more so just keeping that like drive. Like after like doing it for like 4 or 5 years, you're kind of just like, damn. And then like your friends that you started rapping with start quitting and everything, and everyone's like getting busy. And when life gets really busy, that's mainly the hardest thing is like working on songs and finishing stuff. It really is tough to like actually do something with music unless you like focus everything into it. That's why a lot of you'll see like those dudes that just like quit their job and live with their girl or something and like actually make it somewhere though.
It's just me here right now. Um,
Yeah, you gotta put the 100%.
um, so where were we at? He's helping me real quick because I gotta take over for a minute.
Yeah, you're good.
That one, okay. So okay, if you can, it's okay. But is there any chance you can talk about like a specific song or like a project that you have going on that has like holds a special meaning to you, and if so, why?
Something that I'm working on that. I mean, I do have my first. I got the first album that I'm working on. I've dropped mixtapes and singles before, but I'm working on. It's untitled. I got about 11 songs in the vault that I've been working on. I
Oh
haven't really
shit! All
dropped
right.
anything in 2 years, and I've just been working on this album, and yeah, it's gonna change some things.
Well, I hope the best that you have. It comes out good, and you get like not popular off of it, but that's always the goal. But like people like your music, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't
Um,
ever want to be too big. I just would like to make a living off of it.
right, which is completely understandable. I completely get that. But ta- what I just said about how I hope people are liking your songs and stuff like that. But how do you handle criticism and negative feedback from your fans or quote unquote critics?
Jeez. Um,
I know I'm shooting long shots at you.
yeah, no, that's fine. I don't really suffer from critics, but most of the time I handle it pretty well. I mean, I would probably bitch to myself like any man would or anybody would, but I don't really think that it should. I mean, if someone gave me constructive criticism on a track and they came to me and said, "Hey, I think this is whack," I would hear them out honestly because you got to listen to what people are saying
Right.
for your music. I've had friends tell me that my song would have been popular in 2006, and you kind of just got to laugh it off, and then maybe next time make your song a little better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So
Just kind of use it to turn it around. You got to use it as a
right.
drive.
All right.
So
Matt's
since
back.
you just said that, what do you mean by like turn it around?
Like you always gotta flip the switch, like if someone is shitting on your song and they might actually be making sense, like, oh, this sounds like crap, maybe it does sound like crap. Well, listen to it, put a little bit more time in how it sounds next time. I don't know, I always like to, if someone's got an issue with it, I mean, you don't always have to take it negatively. And if they are being negative, you can just use that to still turn around and be like, whatever, I'm gonna take my shitty music to the next level, and you can
You can just
be
hit
mad
back.
about it.
Yeah. That's just how you feel. But all these people, this one guy doesn't like my
Yeah,
shit,
that's what
but
I
we
love
got all
seeing.
these views and these guys saying, "Oh, this shit's dope." You know what I mean?
It's not what you like, but look
Yeah,
at all
but
these people.
all these people like your music, and then there's people that don't.
Yeah,
Um.
there's always a fan base for something.
So, you know how we talked about the specific like song and project that has like a special meaning to you. So I have another question like kind of like that, but it's like, can you like share any upcoming projects or like collaborations that your fans can look forward to?
Yeah, besides the a new album,
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm planning on getting in touch and getting a song in the works with Cam Grove soon, and um, I also have a good song coming out. It's a storytelling song about being a serial killer. I've already made one before, but this one
Yeah.
is a little different.
So when you said about the collaborations with this, I honestly thought you were gonna say Tyler.
Shout out to Tyler, by the way.
We do it every time, so we try to fit it in. It's like it became a thing at
Yeah,
this
I
point.
should. We do have a couple ideas. We've worked on a bunch of songs in the past that are actually pretty unique. Yeah, me and Tyler, we just always, every time that we talk about doing a song, we always both have like 30 half finished songs. I think that's an issue too. People need to finish their songs, man. Like if I go and open up my studio, I have like 50 songs that I just put a verse in or something and just stop working on.
Damn.
And we always send each other shit, but we do gotta lock in.
Hmm.
We're definitely been talking because I just joined ZOD, so
Oh yeah, dude.
Congratulations.
we're gonna be we're gonna be locking in on something. We're talking about possibly an album or something.
That'd be actually a pretty good collab, I think.
Yeah, it would be everybody.
And to like kind of tap in on like the unfinished projects, I, dude, I'm gonna be with you with that one. I have so many unfinished like videos, unfinished podcasts. Like I haven't even like the me and Tyler did an episode just me and him, and I started editing it, and I haven't even gotten the chance to finish it, and that's still unfinished. I have like an unreleased podcast with the Menace and Tyler that I haven't even put out yet because I don't even know if I'm gonna put it out. And I have like so many like unfinished like videos for my main YouTube channel. It's unreal. Like I kind of feel that,
That's what I'm saying, dude.
and it's not even
I've
like
been doing that for a grip.
yeah
Like I never, I'd be. It's just a problem.
yeah. I don't think it's like more of I don't think it's like a motivation thing. I think it's just like you don't know if it's gonna be good enough. That's what I kind of think what it is.
Yeah, I think that's like times change fast, man. You work on something and then you like see something else. You're like, yeah, that's all right, but this one's better.
Yeah. So
And I'll be like
no, you're good to
going
continue.
back like years later.
Yeah. So we do got like a few uh, last minute questions. I don't really want to cut your pod short because it does say that we've only been recording for 27 minutes and
So I
it
have a
doesn't feel
question.
like 27 minutes.
So I have one more question.
You got a question? Go ahead.
So it's not like more of a question, but I want your opinion on it. So you know how we have like 15 plus, 15, 14 plus artists in ZOD, right? I think what
Yeah.
would be cool. So once I get the hang of this whole thing, practice and all that, I think we should do like our own ZOD cipher type thing. Like all of the artists together do like their like one big song. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, like have
You
everybody.
seen
Yeah,
those
that's
YouTube ciphers? It'd be one of those.
no, that's what I be doing. That's what I be doing with grind mode, and it's actually super simple. You would just kind of like record, like you get a beat, and everyone would write their verse. You put them together, and then you just like film it 3 times, and then you just put all the put B-roll in it and stuff.
Yep.
I recorded my own cipher part, and they edited it. But it's also cool because you can get ZOD to work with other producers and people that make the beats too. Like they're also a part of it.
Right, right. We just got like a
And I
whole
mix and
chain.
master a lot of stuff too, so I could always mix and master like the.
So before we get into the last questions, I know we asked you to share any like memorable moments and challenges that you faced during your career. Is there like a really good story that you could tell the people who are listening of any like anything that's happened like while you're like either out on stage that you've witnessed out in the crowd or like anything wild that like stuck out to you during your whole career?
Jesus. A lot of crazy stuff I be happening at shows, dude. I had a show in Biddeford a couple weeks ago, and some crackhead was trying to like
Damn.
buy drugs off me, and I was like, "No, what?" I was like, "I don't have any drugs, bro. I'm like rapping," and he was like, "Oh, damn," he wanted like Molly or something. Um, we had a show over at the Wyndham Vet Center once, and the smoke machines made the fire department come.
Oh no way.
The whole fire department showed up, and a bunch of times the cops come and they get mad about you being loud, and then the cops will be like, "Yeah, we can't do anything. Like you guys can are allowed to be that loud."
Have
I
you
know I did the Nails Fest. We got a new Nails Fest every year they come out. I already talked about it, but that's always memorable. It's just everyone hanging out. This one dude had a booth with like a giant bag of shrooms, and he was like selling shrooms. There was like a kill your local pedophile t-shirt
I
booth,
want that.
and then like next to it was a hot dog, like a jumbo hot dog stand, like giant hot dogs, and everyone was like
Damn.
ripping on them. It was fucking funny as shit, bro. You'd be
See?
watching wrestling and look over and some dude's eating a giant hot dog.
That sounds actually pretty lit. You know what? I want that shirt. So, uh, so
Yeah, it was fire.
But like, I got a question for you. So, do you have like any advice? And if so, what type of advice would you give to upcoming rappers who are just starting out in this like industry as an artist?
Don't like give up. I mean, it sounds corny, but consistency and just remaining persistent and just having that grind and drive and just don't be afraid to be freaking corny and
You just gotta like try your own thing out, see if it works for you.
you just gotta put yourself, yeah, you gotta be your own advocate, man. You can't just stop. Like if you just like, oh, you could be the best rapper in the world. I know bums that are really good rappers, but like they'll never actually like make a penny off of it. You just because they got no ambition. You just gotta
Mhm.
keep grinding.
All right, so we're talking about like that grinding and stuff like that, and bums who won't make a penny off of. But what's one thing that you could change about the music industry to make it like a better place to be in?
Less drug addicts. No.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. If less people were drug addicts, the music industry would be cool. Look at Kodak Black, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. Or like
I'm a husband.
just less toxic people. A lot of people like blackball people. Like if you're a good artist, then they'll just not like you, and they'll make like I don't know, they won't put you on.
Right. Well, what's it called? I was just making something funny. That's what people call our generation unserious. But I just said the thing while you were talking. I was like, I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm standing on business. That whole Justin Bieber thing.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've seen a funny one. I can't
I've
even
seen
remember,
so many,
but
like-
I've been seeing those memes.
Like Tony's dad. That was a good one. I like that one. That one was funny. He was actually when he was like, I'm standing on business. He was standing on a chair. It was really funny. So here's a pretty good thing that will make your gears turn in your head. What do you see yourself doing in 10 years, or like even 5?
Jesus. 5 years.
All right, yeah, you can say up to even 10.
Who knows? Like, hopefully doing more shows and getting out there and seeing the world, traveling. Hopefully not going to World War III.
Yeah, for real, honestly.
Dude.
Like, and if it does happen, motherfucker, let it be quick, please.
And everybody be posting like, in case of a nuke. I'm like, chill out.
I got a basement. We good.
They're like, brace yourself against a wall.
It won't last long. That's my opinion, though.
No, dude, that's funny.
Honestly, dude, like, I think at some point, like, I should have like a podcast episode where we just talk about that and see, like,
Just
hear our
random shit.
opinions out, and
Yeah.
that'd be kind of cool.
Opinions can't hurt. That's the thing is people let opinions hurt their fucking ego, their head, their mindset. They just let it hurt them.
You can drop the podcast in the fucking manhole like after the bombs drop, and you could be the first podcast
Yeah.
Sir.
in the bomb. First nuclear podcast.
Welcome to the Nuke Gang, guys. No, I'm kidding.
Welcome to the Chasing the Nuke Dream podcast.
Alright, I'm gonna swap out the chair. I'm gonna give this man his chair back.
Perfect. Yeah, so it seems like Colby kind of gave you all the questions that we have besides this last
I went
one.
on a little rant.
What advice could you give rappers?
That's what I asked already.
Oh, I just did that
Oh,
one.
never mind. That's my
Yeah,
bad.
no,
Anyway,
he,
which
he
one?
wasn't on the, he wasn't in the room when I did
No,
that
which one did you not do?
I did like all of them.
Oh, you did all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So you basically just wrapped up the whole pod at this point.
Yeah.
Was there is there literally anything you want to say? I mean,
can
advice
shout
wise,
yourself
non advice
out.
wise, like you can shout yourself out, do what you got to do, man. You're a pod.
And
Shit,
we
bro. Yeah, I don't know. It was fun talking to you guys. I mean, everybody can tune in and listen to the music or not. I mean, I got a SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/eatdick with an X instead of the I. I'm on all platforms. Maybe
Maybe.
come see a show, hang out, smoke a blunt, something.
We also need a
Oh yeah, we gotta. I'll text you our pod's email and have you send over a song that you want to pick. It can be any song.
Even unreleased.
It can be unreleased. It can be released. It could be
And the
a little snippet. It could be a little like a teaser.
Sample,
Like it can
yeah.
be anything, and we'll put it at the
Word.
end of this podcast episode.
We've been doing.
All right, cool. I'll send something.
Sweet. But yeah, I mean, other
And
than
then
that,
you
dude,
can do like a Shady 45 intro where it's like,
I mean, yeah, I mean, other than that, dude, I mean,
Be fucking gas.
besides that, I mean, obviously, I'll hit you up for your links as well, so I can put your links in the description of the pod, so people can go check you out, see what you're about. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for us,
I love
guys.
talking to you.
Yeah.
I bet, yo. It was dope talking to you guys. Have a good night.
You as well, man. He just left. Okay, well, we haven't even ended the pod, but we'll end it now.
Okay.
Guys, if you would like to see a pod of us talking about what's going on in the world, World War
We did
III,
politics.
Donald Trump, freaking, anything that's going on in this world, let us know. I think it would be a kind of a interesting podcast to talk about that, in my opinion, at least. That'd be a fun one, I think. Yeah, you guys can literally follow us on literally any platform. We're basically on almost every single platform that you can think of: Google, Apple, Anchor, Spotify.
Gangster rap.
You know it. We're probably on it. You can follow us on our Instagram. We're going to be doing daily, well, not daily, we're going to do weekly update live streams. More so me than Colby.
I'll be in one of those at some point.
Yep, but we're going to do weekly updates. If you guys don't know what those are, we've started doing them. I didn't do them for the last few weeks because we've have had a few podcasts that's canceled. I didn't want to put out who we're going to have on and you guys get excited for it. But basically, these weekly updates would be like who's going to be on the pod next, who's actually going to be there,
What's in store for it?
what's in store for it, what's going to be talked about type deal, and you guys will be able to figure out if you want to listen to it or not. So go follow us on our Instagram, Chasing a Dream. I think it's Chasing a Dream, _a_dream podcast 2023 when we started the pod in 23.
Yep.
I believe that's what it
You
is. Quote me if I'm
started it.
wrong, but just the link will be in the description for it. Also, check out our Patreon. You guys didn't know we had a Patreon. It's where we post exclusive podcast episodes, maybe unreleased ones. There's still one podcast that we did that was just with Tyler and Menace. Is just insane, and it was a wild night. It was a wild podcast night.
We're still figuring that out.
We're still trying to figure out if we want to post it or not, but I have 2 podcasts lined up already. I got to edit one of them. This one I'm probably just going to put the music in, call it good. Can you not do that?
Sorry, sir.
But yeah, definitely check out our Patreon. I don't know if this podcast is going to be on it yet. And I don't even know if the one that I did with Tyler, is going to be on either. We'll figure it out, but go check out our Patreon. It's a 7-day free trial. This is a good deal. I'm going to say this right now before I even get into the pricing. It's a very good deal. I highly suggest you guys go and join the Patreon. It's a 7-day free trial for your first month. 7 days free when you first join. After that, it's $3 a month. I think that's pretty a good deal. That is a really good deal.
As low as we could go, though.
I was trying to make it at least $1.50 because that would have been fine, but it wouldn't let me do it. So it's 7 days free, so you guys can go ahead and look on that podcast Patreon, and you can see if you want to continue going or not. All up to you. Yeah, so basically, all that is all up to you guys if you guys would like to join the Patreon. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. 7 days free, $3 a month. I think it's a good deal. It would have been an even better deal if you got 7 months free and $1 a month. I feel like that would have been a better, way better deal. But unfortunately, couldn't do that. So yeah, so just check us out on there. Check us out on every other social media platform. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, not Snapchat, even TikTok. We also opened up a TikTok as well. So check us out on there, and we'll see you guys in the next episode that we do.
Deuces.
Tell your friends I need a good laugh. I'm a killer in a scream mask. Lock the door, hit the window in the fucking back. Yeah, simple as that. I deliver an attack and your brains all splat. Hey, did you plan on hiding? I'm looking through your room, this is so exciting. Yeah, and what you think you gon' do when there's nothing in between me and you but this blade? I'm a renegade, I've been up for 7 days. I can think of several ways, but I wanna stay. Why did you run away? It's a never-ending game. I mean, this whole world sucks ass. For you to live here is trash. I'm in your lawn in the back, made a pack that I smoke is so packed that I plan my attack. Come on fast, yeah, 40-yard dash. Pass your dad's car fat, I'ma borrow that. Where the keys at? I'ma need that. I be feeling like a junkie, need a rehab. Yeah, I got your fam in the trunk and it's probably pretty tight. About to bring him to the dump, made a right till I seen a couple lights, so I hit the fucking lights. Then I lean back, just a man with a hobby, now they all mad. Couple weeks, not a body, call that relapse. Need to relax, where's my weed naps? Finna smoke until I see black. Yeah, told myself I'ma do right. Now these cops on my ass like a do-wipe. Got them running around in circles in the moonlight. I'm reaching new heights, trying to get the mood right. I'm reaching new heights. On my ass like a do-wipe. In the moonlight, I'm just trying to get the mood right. This ain't no mystery, rappers ain't shit to me. It's not a victory, I show you sympathy. Living in misery, give them no empathy. They ask for clemency, it ain't the remedy. And I hate them the most. My hatchet, my dog, and it aim at your throat. Rip you apart and it burn like some toast. Ain't that shit funny, man? Ain't that shit gross? I'm not your buddy, man, I'm just a ghost. The simple to burning, man, you just a hoax. Don't get it twisted like necks in a rope. I crack back the biscuit and bodies will flow. Creeping the running van, pounds in a garbage can. Freaking a cardigan, people they under the ground in my garden. In spirits they slip through my hallways in Wonderland. I hear